Coach K is here to help. I don't know if I might post this one on the page or on the YouTube, but either way, it's gonna be on both. Maybe, I don't know. All right, when doing this, I'm doing a racket pinion on this 2002 or 3 Maxima. I don't know. Don't get me lying. But they don't have no videos on YouTube. They don't have no how-tos or no real directions as to how to do it. All right. So I'm gonna give you a quick little joint in this quick video. All right, it's a heat shield pan that you need to take out in order to get the 2 bolts. I'll be able to. You see those 2 bolts with that strap right there? Those are 2 bolts. There's 2 bolts that hold the strap in place, and there's a rubber bushing under it that hold the rack and pinion on that side. There's 2 bolts right here on this rack and pinion that holds it to the frame through the rack and pinion that hold it to the frame. All right, now the hardest part I've had so far with this, honestly, was those 2 bolts right there. There's 2 17mm bolts, and all you gotta do is like stick your hand up under here. No, on this side. Where we at? Where we at? Right here. Stick your hand through here, and you'll be able to get to that bolt right there. That's, you see the one, not this one right here. This one. That's the one that goes into the frame, and you're gonna need a lot of patience. What I didn't have like a flex head ratchet. If you have like a flex head, snap-on combination wrench, that is the best thing. Either a combination wrench or just a flex head ratchet wrench. I should say, to be more precise. Bam, you get it out probably faster than me. And since this is my first one on one of these vehicles, you do not have to drop the subframe or none of that. Well, I haven't got that far in the removal just yet. But if I do have that problem, I have to drop it, then I'll put that in the video as well. Come over here is 2 bolts. These were 19mm. I had to put some leverage on it because these Mickey Flickies was stuck in there, but I got them out. Okay, I'm going to let you know now. This one will hit the back of the transmission. So if it's going to hit the transmission, well, since it's going to hit the transmission, just leave that in. Just make sure you loosen it all the way out, and it's it's loose, so it ain't going no daggone where. Once you loosen that up, just bring it up. Just take it out with the rack. Lift it up over. You're going to hit this right here. I'm telling you now. This piece of the transmission, you're gonna hit it with this bolt. So when you pulling it out, you gotta lift it up. Or if you get it out further enough, or if you get it up high enough, you can go ahead and slide that bolt out. But make sure you put that back in before you try to put this in, because you will not be able to get it in between the transmission and the frame. Trust me, I haven't even taken it out yet, but that's something I can see. This one, unfortunately, was leaking from seal over here and over there as well in this boot. I try to keep my YouTube videos and how-to videos short and simple. All right, it's it's a 12mm bolt that connects the steering column down to the shaft and into the top of the rack and pinion itself. All right, now what you want to do is make sure you either you can, if you have the tools to do it, if you have like a swivel head 10, I didn't have the time or the well, not gonna say the time, I have more than enough time, but I didn't have the patience. So I said F it, winged it, just pushed up the rubber boot, turned the wheel to the opposite end, well, to the left, unscrewed it, and then turned the wheel back, top dead center. All right, let's see what else we're working with. Another thing, there's relatively no space to get those lines right there. To get in there and get those lines, that one is a 14mm, and the other one is just a rubber hose that you just take the clamp off. So what I came up with was, you have more than enough space to get your hands down in here from the top. Just remove this intake to the bellow piece right there, and then bam, it's right there. 14mm right there, and a hose clamp, whatever you want to use. Just pull it off there. You might want to spray it with some WD-40. I've done it, but I might have sprayed it again. Let it sit for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna get back to this job. And actually, as I can see it now, you have a better chance of putting the bolt or getting the bolt out of there from up here. You can actually take all of this off from up here. If you take it off from up here, this rubber boot that connects to, well, that closes the shaft up or protects it from like rust and all that good jazz. You can take it off from here. It's 3 10mm bolts. It's one up here, one down there, and one over there. One right there, okay? And you just take that 12mm bolt that holds the steering column shaft onto this rack and pinion, move it out the way, and good to go. But what I'd like to do, because sometimes the wheel doesn't lock in a straight up and down position, so I learned this from tow truck drivers, you know, who have to tow cars from the rear and they don't want the front tires to move, so they lock the wheel in place with this right here. It's not gonna lock it in place totally, but it won't move too far off. And if it does move, you know, you can be able to position it back in a place where you don't have to do a whole bunch of undoing and resetting and all that good jazz. But stay tuned to the takeout. Yep, we're gonna pull that out right now. We gotta go ahead and spray that down some more, and it's coming up. All right, now that that's out, show you now. All right, because this is in the way, this right here is the rear engine mount. It hits on this hose right there, and when it hits that hose, what it does is it keeps it from moving. So what I did, it's 2 17mm bolts right here. Take these 2 17mm, leave this mount in place. First and foremost, 17mm bolt that goes through there. My bad, goes through there. Take that out. Leave those attached. You don't need to take that out. Leave that one in. 2 17mm bolts that goes to the frame. Drop those right there. And now that I remember what I told you guys at first, don't even worry about taking those out until you get this frame out the way. Like I said, this is my first time doing one of these on this kind of car. Well, doing a rack and pinion on one of these kind of cars. Done tons of them, but now that we got that out the way, I can show y'all. We can put those back, or you can take those out once you get this out the way, and you don't even have to fight with getting around that. But take this out first. 2 17mm bolts right there. And this one was mismatched, so I think it's been changed for 2 17mm bolts right there. This one was a 17, that one was a 19. Take those out, and take that middle one out from right here, and leave this one up, touch up here, and take these two out, drop it out, and then bam, it comes right out. Done deal.